Joan of Arc was born in a small village in France, Domremy, around 1412. Life was hard during the Hundred Years' War. England and France were fighting, and the English army controlled much of France. Joan worked on her family farm and lived a simple life. Although Joan could not read or write, she was a devout Christian. She often went to church and helped the poor. People in Domremy thought Joan was a good and kind girl. Her life changed when she was 13 years old. Joan started having visions and hearing voices. She believed these were messages from God. These experiences would shape Joan's destiny and lead her on an extraordinary path. Joan's visions were powerful and deeply moving. They were also frightening. She said she saw the Archangel Michael and other saints who appeared to her in moments of divine clarity. The voices she heard were compelling and clear. They told her to help the Dauphin, Charles, become King of France, a mission that seemed impossible. At that time, England occupied much of France and Charles was struggling to claim his rightful throne amidst the chaos. Joan believed with all her heart that God had chosen her to save France from its dire situation. Initially, Joan kept her visions a secret, fearing disbelief and ridicule. However, the voices became stronger and more insistent, urging her to take action. They told her to go to the Dauphin and convince him that she was sent by God to lead France to victory. Finally, Joan decided to follow what she believed was God's will, setting out on a journey that would change history. Joan's uncle took her to nearby Vaucouleurs, where she met with the local garrison commander, a man of great influence. He initially dismissed her claims as the fantasies of a young girl, but Joan's unwavering faith and determination finally persuaded him to believe in her divine mission. She was provided with an escort of soldiers to accompany her to Chinon, where the Dauphin was located, marking the beginning of her extraordinary journey. Joan's journey to see the Dauphin was long and dangerous. However, Joan was determined. She cut her hair short and dressed in men's clothing for protection. After 11 days, she arrived in Chinon and met with Charles. Joan told Charles about her visions and her mission to crown him King of France. At first, Charles was skeptical. He tested Joan's resolve, even disguising himself among his courtiers. But Joan identified him immediately. She also spoke of a secret prayer he had made, convincing him of her divine mission. With the support of Charles and his advisors, Joan was given armor and a banner. She rode at the head of the French army, inspiring the soldiers with her faith and courage. Her presence had a remarkable effect on the morale of the French troops. Section 4. Betrayed and Imprisoned. Joan's first major victory came at the Siege of Orléans, a pivotal moment in the Hundred Years' War. The English had besieged the city for months, and its fall would have been a devastating blow to the French cause. Joan, with her unyielding spirit, rallied the demoralized troops and led them in a series of daring attacks, forcing the English to lift the siege. This remarkable victory proved to be a turning point in the war, reviving French spirits and bolstering Charles's legitimacy as the rightful king. Following her triumph at Orléans, Joan led the French army to further significant victories at Patay and Troyes, showcasing her strategic brilliance. These successes paved the way for Charles's coronation at Reims Cathedral, a momentous event for France. Joan stood proudly beside him, her mission seemingly fulfilled, as the French people celebrated their newfound hope. However, Joan's fortunes took a tragic turn at the siege of Compiègne. While leading a sortie, she was captured by Burgundian forces who were allies of the English and had long sought to capture her. They imprisoned her and later sold her to the English, sealing her fate and marking the beginning of her tragic end. Section 5. A martyr for France. The English saw Joan as a significant threat and a powerful tool to discredit Charles VII, the Dauphin of France. They put her on trial for heresy and witchcraft, hoping to tarnish her reputation and weaken the French cause. The trial was politically motivated, orchestrated to serve the interests of the English crown. They wanted to discredit Joan and undermine Charles's legitimacy as the rightful king of France. Joan faced her accusers with remarkable courage and unwavering faith, but the trial was rigged against her from the start. She was denied legal counsel and subjected to relentless and grueling questioning by her inquisitors. Unable to break her spirit or force a confession, the court ultimately condemned her to death. On May 30, 1431, Joan of Arc was burned at the stake in Rouen, France, a tragic end for the young heroine. She was only 19 years old. Her death shocked many and left a lasting impact on those who witnessed it. Even her enemies could not help but admire her extraordinary courage and steadfastness. Joan of Arc's story is one of immense courage, deep faith, and unwavering belief in her divine mission. She is celebrated as a national hero in France, a symbol of resilience and patriotism. In 1920, the Catholic Church officially declared Joan of Arc a saint, recognizing her enduring legacy. Centuries after her death, Joan of Arc continues to inspire people around the world with her story of bravery and conviction.